a lot of scouts. Is it, wait, Brownie? No.
Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show. I'm your host, Brittany Copeland. Not all birds fly south for the winter, especially when you have a home like the Ogden Nature Center. You guys are here and traveled far, far away. Well, Jessica did.
It's not
Brandy
too
did
far,
not.
actually. Ogden is not that far away, and
Just an hour.
it is Utah's best kept secret. I'm just going to throw that in there. It's awesome.
Good plug, good plug. Well, what I do understand is that the Ogden Nature Center is Utah's first nature center, and it's opened year round. I think most people assume when winter hits, everything's going to shut down, and that is not the case.
It is definitely not the case. It's a really busy time at the Nature Center. Of course, we have school children coming every day, all day, to learn about the outdoors, but we also have a huge variety of community programs going on. And of course, birders, it's a hot spot for birding in Utah. There's a lot of great winter birding happening.
What birds stay here? Because I always see around the fall time, you see them flocking in their, I'm not a bird expert, what is it, their triangle? When they're by Salt Lake, seeing the spring.
It depends on the bird, so staying versus migrating. There are many birds that actually nest just in higher elevations, but we'll see them down low in lower elevations during the winter because they're foraging in those spaces. So we have a few pictures to show you of some examples of birds that you can see in the winter.
Is this a bird quiz? Because I heard that you were offering up a bird quiz
we'll
for
see.
me.
Okay, here's our first subject matter. What do you think?
That's not a robin, and it's not a seagull.
Correct.
It's not a flamingo.
Favorite
Right.
bird.
Yes, I nailed it.
It's a black-capped chickadee, and there's two chickadees. There's a mountain chickadee or a black-capped, and this one you can see is very obviously got a little black cap on, so easy to see.
That makes sense.
Yep.
The next bird that you have, this is hard. Where are the blue jays?
This one, okay, let Jessica chime in on this one.
Well, do you see the yellow feathers near the tail?
I do see the yellow feathers. It's
Yes.
just a few of them.
Yes, so this is the winter coloring, and this is the goldfinch.
Goldfinch, okay.
Yeah, so in the wintertime, a lot of birds, especially songbirds, are more drab, and it helps them blend in a little bit better now that the leaves and the flowers are gone.
It's true, you gotta avoid detection when there's predators out there.
Yep.
The next bird to showcase,
Oh, one of my favorites.
So this
I'm
one,
terrible at this, I don't know,
he's
guys.
kind of big, and he looks like a woodpecker, and he might be classified in that family. But he's actually a northern red-shafted flicker. And so you'll know, underneath their wing is their shaft, and it's red underneath. So when they fly, they're beautiful. It's a really pretty bird, and you see those really pretty commonly here in Utah.
It looks like the bird has lipstick on.
Isn't he cute? He is
Adorable. And I want to tell you, my mom has a pair of flickers in her backyard. She calls them Mr. and Mrs. Bill.
Oh, perfect.
Looks for them at their feeder. Yeah.
How romantic.
I think we have a couple more.
And these are all the birds too that stay put, because you can see the
these
snow
stay put. These are
around them.
commonly seen, like if you were to feed birds in your backyard in Sugar House in Park City in Ogden, these are all birds that would come to your feeder. So this is a junco, and it's also called dark-eyed junco. That's one way of remembering it. But I always think he looks like he has a little hood on.
I can't. I'm still in amazement because I really thought my bird game was much better than this, and it's clearly not. I need to do some research.
So we've already seen a sibling sort of to this is the mountain chickadee, and so this one has sort of that black feather streak through his eye, and that's what separates the mountain chickadee from the black-capped chickadee. So his cap isn't as full and big black, but he's got that nice black streak through his eye. That's a feather, actually.
Almost looks like a raccoon mask, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yep. This one, maybe.
Oh, that's not a blue jay.
You're very close. It is a blue jay. It's a scrub jay, officially.
Okay, so I got one out of, how many did we do?
Yeah, good job.
I failed this bird class.
And
Good
like
job is maybe, you're
peanuts.
really nice, Brandy.
I think it just means you need to go for a bird walk at the Ogden Nature Center.
There we go. You nailed it. Jessica, you're one of the, a teacher and a naturalist over at the Ogden Nature
Correct,
Center.
yes.
And you have some events happening.
I have a lot of events
Well, and
coming
you
up.
have some animals with you, which they're
Yes.
not breathing. Are they
No,
okay? They're not
I didn't
alive?
bring any live animals today. But if you come to some of our programs, we will have live animal presentations as part of them. So what I'm most excited to share with you today is our new Nature Without Limits program. It's a program specially designed for children with special needs and their families. It's a nature discovery program. And our first one is coming up on Saturday the 27th. And it's designed for preschoolers 2 to 6 with any type of special need. And it's just a fun time where parents and kids can come together and feel really safe and comfortable in our place and get to explore and do things that maybe they wouldn't feel comfortable doing otherwise.
What makes this class different than some of the other classes? I'm assuming this is all of the things that the kids get to
actually, yes,
get to mess with and touch.
So we teach you exactly. It's very hands-on. And it's very sensory friendly. So we want kids to be able to touch things or not touch things if they don't want to. No one's forced to do anything. But this is actually the same materials that I'll be using for our regular preschool classes as well. It's more that our Nature Without Limits program is a place where kids can just be themselves. I used to be a respite care provider, and I would take kids out in the community, and I just remember the wonderful feeling going to a special class for kids with special needs, and nobody was weird, nobody was different. We were all, doing our own thing, and it was okay. And so that's what I want here at the Nature Center.
And one thing I love is Jessica showed me just this morning this book she prepared, and it's sort of just a story about their experience, so they are prepared before they come. So this is what's going to happen. This is what's coming up. So
and they get this when they sign up.
Intimidating or scary, but they have a little preparation in advance.
Yeah, it's called a social story. It's a term that we use in special education, but it's basically a way of preparing a student, for a new experience. And so when they register, I can email this to them, and then I'll also have printed copies at the Nature Center. But it's all about what to expect. This is what the parking lot looks like. This is the trail you'll take to get to the classroom.
That's lovely, because I'm sure they're very intimidated and a little scared, and this helps settle them down a bit.
Exactly, and it shows what the classroom looks like and what we might touch. We even have a quiet space. If a kid is having some emotional regulation issues, they can go to the quiet corner and take a break, and it's perfectly fine.
So a quick question. What if I'm watching this right now and I'm like, this sounds like a great class, but my child doesn't have any special needs. Can they also?
Absolutely.
Anyone can attend.
Anyone can attend.
Thanks
Absolutely.
Good job.
Yeah.
Brandy. Asking the questions over here, I can just go.
Exactly. It's an hour and a half. I would love for everyone to come. We can all be models and support each other, and so everyone is welcome.
What am I holding on to anyway?
You're holding up a fox pelt. So this one's theme is all about mammals. So we're going to be looking at pelts. We've got some other examples. Everything that you can touch and feel of animals that live here in northern Utah. We've got skulls that you can look at. We've got some tracks and prints. We'll be reading stories and making crafts.
Where can people find more information, and how can they sign up?
They can call us and they can find find our phone number on our website, and they can also email me as well. And our information's all on our website.
The website is ogdennaturecenter.org. Brandy, thank you.
Yes, thanks.
Jessica, thank you very much for joining us and giving us all this information.
Yeah.
And as we go to break, I'm just going to warm up with this
a nice scarf.
Is this acceptable? Because apparently I need to do more research on the bird front. I'm going to work on that. We'll be right back here on the Mountain Morning Show.